too far. There we go. Come on. Trying to keep this balanced up here. Let's see. Oh, maybe it's too high. Trying to use my tablet this week rather than my phone so that I can actually reference my phone. Ooh, I'm getting sound back. Hold on. There we go. Did I do it again? I am failing at life today. Did I fix it? Oh gosh. Why does it look so dark in here? Whereas in like my view, everything's like bright and illuminated. Good morning, bud. Good morning, Katie. I'm just finishing up my face and getting all settled in to hang out. Hi, Nicole. Good morning. Hi, Ella. How are you? All right, let's get all, why does this look weird? Let's see if I can fix this up. I want it to look nice on these lives, not all like creepy. I feel like it looks all doomsday. I am trying to do this from my tablet today. Can you guys hear me okay? Excuse me. Good morning, Jessa. Hi. Oh, of course the dogs would start barking right off the bat. My gosh, chaos over here every week, right? Look at the hair. Anybody else have a quarantine bun in right now? Just me? All right, I'm just gonna finish on my face and we'll get chatting about all the new things that have been going on this week, what we've been up to, what you can kind of expect from me this coming week, stuff like that. Let's start off like, how are you? What's going on? What's new? How has it been? Tell me all the things. Where is... Did you catch my latest upload? I did an Amazon favorites and I actually have another one set to go up on Monday. So if you really liked that first episode, a second one is coming really shortly. So let's do this here. I want to see your chat, but like in a different window so I don't have to look at myself every time I look over. There we go. Okay. Let's fix the hair a little bit. So I feel like I've been wearing the same makeup, or at least the same style of makeup, every day during quarantine. And that's just to like make myself feel good, feel pulled together. I have a cute new little top on today. Has like a, what is it? It makes me think of like Little House on the Prairie type of style, very flirty and girly. And it's like a gray, so it's easy to match with a bunch of different things, but I got it on clearance at Target. I ordered it online and it just arrived a couple days ago. I have definitely been rationalizing a couple of purchases this past week as like Mother's Day gifts for myself, because Logan, it's not really his responsibility because like, you know, he's stepdad and all. And he's actually going to go up and see his mom on Mother's Day and stay up there overnight. So it's basically just going to be me and the kids here. And I don't know. I think it's so sweet that he's going to go see his mom. But at the same time, it would be nice to have a reprieve. It would be nice to have a little bit of a helper here. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? We're just waiting for everybody to get in. I'm finishing up. Get myself pulled together so we can all hang out and chat about things. We're talking about Mother's Day. What are your plans? So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do. He just kept saying like, do whatever you want to do. And I was like, even if we could go somewhere, I don't even know what I would want to do. It's weird. Ooh, I did get a new lipstick. I think I talked about it last week. The Maybelline Nude Lust. I've really been liking it. It's like the perfect, not too deep, but not too light, because I have other ones like the Purely Nude that is super, super light. So I like that this one's a little more muted. And it actually has a bit of a sheen to it, so sometimes I put a gloss on and sometimes I don't. Oh, I love that idea. You're gonna go to the nursery and pick out some new plants. Get some roses because they're just going to make you so happy when they bloom. At least the ones we have out back, the heads of them have gotten so much bigger each year as it's gone on. I also dream of having a eucalyptus tree one day. I think that would be so cool. Oh, I forgot you ordered a slide. That is gonna be so cool. Is it like a water slide or is it just like a slide? I forget what you said. I don't know if you guys saw our stories, but on Instagram, but we have like a little slip and slide that I got the kids from Target. It was like 25 bucks. And it was like the best 25 bucks I've spent. At first I thought it was kind of silly that they were only gonna use it once and then like, wow, I just wasted all that. But they've used it 3 or 4 times now. It does flood the yard, but I guess our grass is loving it because it's starting to spring up even more. An 8-foot water slide. Can I come over? That sounds so fun. Did you get it off of Amazon? Share all the goodies with us. My hair is so flat. Nicole, maybe you can give me some tips on how to like make my hair do that, but not look like that. What can I do? Because that is something we've been watching 90 Day Fiance. We've been still watching it. Dry shampoo. I should do that. Where is it? Hold on. I have little shorts on. Don't mind looking at my butt. Let me grab a dry shampoo so we can do this together, and then you can tell me if I'm doing it wrong or not. So we have been still addicted to 90 Day Fiance, and a lot of the girls are Hispanic, and I'm Hispanic. And I've noticed that a lot of their hair is very thin, like they don't have a lot of it, which is crazy to me because I just thought, and this is just ignorant of me, like, hey, Allie, hold on. I'm gonna answer Allie's question real quick, and then I'll get back to my thought. I didn't go with the water slide, Nicole did, but Nicole's like one of my best friends, and she lives maybe like half hour down the road. So I want to sneak over there at night and use her water slide. But I did go with the, I went with the slip and slide for the kids. And I did like it. I did like it. Let's shampoo, or dry shampoo, and talk about 90 Day Fiance. Okay, so these girls are Hispanic. I'm Hispanic. And I was like, look, of course, I'm just that weirdo that's like, I want to look at your makeup. I want to look at your hair. That's with any TV show or movie. It drives Logan crazy because I'll be like, oh, how do you think they did that? Like whatever look they were doing, or I was like, wow, you can't even see the lines, or I just get so amazed at the behind the scenes kind of stuff. Oh, I'm holding it too close, sorry. Is it loud? Apologies. Is it zhuzhing? Oh god, this looks so bad. This is the Death Valley dry shampoo from R Plus Co. But yeah, their hair is very thin, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that, like, it wasn't just like one of them, it was like all of them. So I was very grateful that I have so much of this, but I just don't know what to do with it. And honestly, it has thinned out a lot after having kids, and then after having like my thyroid issues. My hair used to be thicker than this. I used to have like a ponytail that was like 2 or 3 inches large. Am I doing this right? I don't even know. I am not a hair person, if we've caught on to that. I feel like it's not doing anything. It is paraben, sulfate free. It's like got all the junky gunk out of it. UV protection, it says. And it smells decent, but I just don't feel like... Is it making me look cleaner? My hair's not even that dirty. I washed it. I don't even know what day today is. Today's Wednesday. I washed it Monday. Monday? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, it wasn't long ago. And it wasn't yesterday. Yeah, so it must have been Monday afternoon, Monday evening. This is my life. Okay, anyways, let's move on from my hair not doing cute things. You know, I've been watching all these little tutorials on Instagram of people. I do need a better dry shampoo because this is not doing. Man, I love the R&Co stuff. At least I like their what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a lotion that you put in your hair. It's like a leave-in conditioner cream. It feels so good and it smells amazing and it leaves your hair just feeling so luxurious. I had like a deluxe sample size of it. I was supposed to get the full size in last month's Ipsy box, but we all know the drama that went on with that. So maybe I'll maybe reach out or purchase a full size. Can't find a dry shampoo like that. I know. You know, I did try, and Nicole, you'll know this brand. Oh my gosh, now it's out of my head. Mother of freaking pearl. They have it at Sephora, but and it's a little bit pricey, but I know I can get it with my license. That's the only reason I ended up buying it, because you know I'm a little bit of a frugal buyer. I need to like find it on the deal, and then if it's worthwhile, I don't mind spending full price on it. I'm gonna get onto the Sephora website right now. Sorry, this live is more like, hey, let's sit on the couch and hang out, okay? I do look so tan. Well, thank you so much for noticing, you know, just like a little like bronzing it. Do you see my legs? They're so tan, so tan. And I haven't gone outside at all because you know me, like I'm like about the sun now, even though secretly in my heart I love the sun, but I know I don't want to get cancer. I have like the best sunless tanner that I have tried, and it is like, I don't want to say like super affordable, but it's not $50. It's called the Bondi Sands. I don't have it in here, but little like sneak peek, it is included in my Amazon video that I'm posting on Monday because I bought it off of Amazon, which I've heard other people comment, like I've heard here and there that you can also get it at Walgreens, but since we're not going out, just order it off of Amazon. And if you order it through my link, I appreciate that. Okay, back to the dry shampoo. IGK, that's the brand. It kind of looks like this. I don't know if like that. But I tried this one and it worked really good. It is expensive. This was like $27 full price. And then I think it's like half off when I can get it with my license. But it worked really, really, really well. I just haven't been able to get back to the beauty supply store. I don't even have mascara on. How are you guys looking at me? I'm sorry. Let's see. What else are we? Yeah. Dry Bar. I have not tried. The only thing from Dry Bar I think I've tried is the Prep Rally, which I do like. This is like literally almost empty. I think it came in an Ipsy, or no, I'm sorry, Fun Box. I do like that. What else have I tried? I don't think I've tried anything else from Dry Bar. Trying to think off the top of my head. I don't think so. Usually a lot of my hair stuff comes from subscription services just because I'm just not a hair girl. Like it's not like a super big interest of mine. I just basically have it, so I have to deal with it. Let's see. The Bedhead has a tool called Little Tease that you can like crimp your hair and it gives you, okay, I've seen that. I think Tati did a review on it where you just kind of like go in and like zzz, zzz. Does it work, or are you like frying your hair every day that you're using it? Because isn't like heat treatment like the big no-no? I don't know, but if it gives this more volume, I'm all about that, because otherwise my hair just looks like I'm a wet puppy or something. I actually have to give my puppies a bath today, which is why that's fresh on the mind. Anybody else's dogs like fully enjoying quarantine? I feel like mine just look happy. Like they're just running around more, playing more. I feel like you just see their little like smiles. At least my dog. So I'm a dog mom. I'm like, they smile at me. I sing with Lily every day. Lily's my little 2-pound little dachshund, and she barks at everything. But if you can get her to bark at you when you're like singing, like there's a certain like sound she makes, and it's so cute. It's loud. I'm sure I'm driving my neighbors nuts. Nicole said, big, sexy H2 no. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna put that on my wish list. I assume I can get that at like the beauty supply store. Maybe I could do an online beauty supply store pickup or like a curbside thing. I am loving the whole curbside thing. Anybody else? I kind of want this to stick around even after everything gets back to like normal, quote unquote. I'm lazy. I don't like going out in public a lot for some reason I've realized. And I am like totally a shopper and I don't mind shopping online and then picking up in store because I like instant gratification. Just said, my Frenchie is so happy. I want a Frenchie. Are they the kind with like the tiny little ears and their cute little faces that kind of look like Shih Tzus but like have short hair, right? Aren't those ones? Or are those the English bulldogs? Is that? No, I'm getting all confused. I know there's like two dogs, at least in my mind, that kind of look very similar. But I think a Frenchie, I'm going to pull up a picture. I'm going to make sure I have the right puppy in mind. So we've been talking, yes, with the little swoosh nose. Yes, kind of like a pug, but not. Yes, so cute. This is the kind that I have like in my little dream board on Pinterest. So I've been trying to convince Logan that we need another dog just because I'm in like a weird, maybe a boredom phase, and maybe it's the quarantine, maybe it's just where we are in our stage in life. I'm having like a little bit of baby fever, but not like actual human baby just yet. I need something to like care for other than what we have going on, which is crazy because it's overwhelming what we have going on. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I want another dog. But I want like a little small one, and then I want like another big one. So we could have just like a big old festival of dogs running around. But Sophia and I have been like dreaming about getting a, what the heck is those called? A little Yorkie. I don't know why I keep doing, that's their ears. A little Yorkie. Oh, they're just so cute. And I remember having like pictures of them cut out from magazines in my like locker at school. You know when you used to decorate the inside of your locker? Yeah, I had pictures of Yorkie and J-Lo and Sparkles. I should probably pull that out one time and share it with you guys. I have it in my like bin of like memories at my garage. My girlfriend just got a new dog. She's a little puppy, an Alaskan cattle dog, so fluffy and cute. I feel like those sound really active because we want to get a big dog, but I think we need to get a bigger house and bigger yard first. So that's like years and years down the road. Because I want a big dog to be able to like go on hikes with and like walks. Like I can go on walks with the ones we have, but they're little. They're like, even Gunner is only like 10 pounds. So they tire out really easy. I'm addicted to curbside too, Nicole. Seriously. Yesterday I picked up at like 2 different Kohl's, Joann Fabrics. I bought a whole bunch of clay, like the Sculpey oven baked clay, because I was really surprised. I bought some for myself to make like some jewelry pieces just for fun. And then the kids started messing with it and I was like, okay, I'll just buy, replenish it. Here, play with my stuff. And they started making cool little creatures and they were totally into it. So I got like a whole set of clay and like little tools and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do this week is we're going to make little clay features or little earrings or, whatever they want to do. Anthony, of course, being the boy that he is, he made him a little helmet to go on his middle finger so that he could walk around showing everyone his middle finger. And it looks like a little Viking helmet or a little Spartan type helmet. So stupid. Why are boys so rough and tough? And Sophia's over there making like poop emojis, and kids nowadays are so funny. Whereas like I remember doing this clay making thing with my parents, with my mom. And I would make like Winnie the Pooh and like Piglet and little Eeyores and Tiggers. Where's the innocence? They're making poop emojis. I want Winnie the Pooh back. Come get Moose. No, thank you. Too big. Too big. She has like the biggest dog. His head is like this big. No joke. No joke. He is the sweetest, but too big. Yeah, we need a bigger house before we get a bigger dog. If anything, I'll get like one more little small dog, and then like in a couple years when we expand, I'll get like my big dog. I want my big dog. I grew up with big dogs. I grew up with a German Shepherd Labrador that was like 120 pounds. When he passed, we got into the mojo of Rottweilers. So we had Rottweilers from then on, and they were like huge ones. The ones my mom has right now are 120 pounds and 150 pounds. Like, their heads are massive. So when we went to visit her last spring, no, 2 springs ago? Yeah, because it wasn't last year, it was the year before. Gosh, has it been that long since I've seen my mama? Her dogs were like, because I hadn't met those ones. The ones that I knew had passed away while I was out here in Arizona. So those ones were like new to me, and they were, I feel like, bigger than the ones we had when I was a teenager. Rottweilers, but they're so sweet. They bark at everything, but they're so, and they have like big old robust barks. But so what else are you guys planning to do for Sunday? Are you just chilling? Give me some ideas. I don't know what to do with the kids. Maybe we'll do our clay stuff that day. Maybe just watch a movie and eat some good snacks. Probably lots of chocolate, because I love chocolate. I have the coolest video going up, and I need to finish editing it today. I'm hoping it's going to get up tomorrow. I'm really proud of it, so I hope you like it. It's a little bit different than anything that's on the channel currently. It's definitely like a throwback type of video for me, because I've been doing videos since 2012. Isn't that crazy to know? Like, how long is that? Like 8 years? I've been doing this for a really long time. So this video is like kind of like a patronage to like my back in the day DIY type of video. And it's taking a really long time to edit because there's lots of little pieces. It's really more instructive. So I want to make sure that the story and the message is coming across nicely. And then my voiceover wasn't working. So then I had to like start all over again. Yeah, just the fun stuff that you don't get to see on the back end. Trista, excuse me. Oh, you know what? I have my tea. I've been doing my TBT every single morning. This is like a detox tea. I think it just really helps to get the body revved up and going. There is some caffeine in here. So I've been drinking this in lieu of any coffee in the morning, even though I love my coffee. It can be a little bit bogging down, whereas this definitely gives me more of like a pep in my step type of vibe and gets everything nice and flowing. So hopefully I can start feeling a little bit lighter and not so weighed down when it comes to like digestive and bloating, and hopefully I'll be more motivated to work out, which I have been doing like little workouts every single day, or like spending time outside doing like yard work or like working in the garage where I'm like drenched in sweat and like moving stuff around. So I'm trying to be more conscious of moving my body since we've been home rather than just like sitting on the computer all day, because I could definitely get sucked into like editing or like watching or researching things, and the next thing you know it's like 6 p.m. and I'm like, what the heck did I do all day? Trish said, what part of Arizona are you in? We're considering moving out there in a few years, but I have no idea where to start that's affordable. So I live south of Phoenix, and rude. There's lots of areas out here where it's been like areas that have been like established for a really long time, and then there's new areas, which is kind of where we're in. So where I live right now, without being too specific and being like giving you my address, it used to be all farmland. There was nothing out here. Even when I first moved out here in 2007, 2007, there was nothing out here. There wasn't even a grocery store. You had to drive like 30, 40 minutes to get somewhere. And now it's like Targets and Bed Bath Beyonds, and we even have a Bath and Body Works in the same plaza now. Everything has blown up out here. So I would say that this is a really a really great area, but maybe I'm just partial to it because I've lived within the same 5 to 10 mile radius since I've been out in Arizona. Yeah, you definitely, I mean, depending on your budget type of thing, there's places like Scottsdale that you can definitely get into, that there are some more affordable places, but a lot of them are like $1 million homes and huge. And that's like kind of what they're known for, is like the fancy people. Don't worry about scorpions at all. Get a good spray guy. I go with this guy called Spray Pros. I could give you his number when you move out here. He is the cutest little man. Let me tell you how I met him. Okay, let's have a story time. Let me get legs crossed, sit back, get relaxed. Okay. I feel like when I meet people sometimes it's like the most random way, and it like, leave it to me to like meet somebody random. So we were like, the first day that we were moving in, which, funny story, another sidebar, I sent Logan a memory the other day. I'll show you the picture. Hopefully it'll pop up nicely on here. So on May 1st, we moved into this house 4 years ago. Am I getting that right? Yeah, 4 years ago. 5 years ago. Oh gosh, now I'm screwing it up. Let me just find the picture. It'll have the date on it and it'll make all the sense, because I just sent it to him. Okay, so April 29th, 2016 at 9:11 p.m., we came and viewed the house for the first time, and then we moved in the next day. And there's a picture of little Sophia. I don't know if I hope this is picking up. Look at how tiny she is. And Anthony, and of course Logan. And our house looks nothing like this anymore. Like, we've changed so much just in that front area. But it was crazy to think, like, oh my gosh, we've been here for 4 years, and look at how tiny the kids are. But the next morning, oh gosh, sorry, Logan had to go to work, so I came here to start like wiping things down, cleaning things out, and I realized we never had like a bug guy come. In Arizona, before you move in anywhere, apartment, house, rental, whatever, have your bug guy go in, okay? That way you're not like going around furniture, and it's just easy to kind of like get everywhere. So I was like freaking out, realizing that we hadn't had a bug guy come, or an exterminator, I should use the right term. I call him bug guy. And I was walking to the car, and I see a car driving, and it says like Spray Pros, like exterminator on it. And I started like waving my hands like a crazy person. And luckily he apparently was just like pulling out of like a neighbor's area. Like, that's why he was moving, and he like pulled over. He got out. He is the sweetest man ever. And 4 years later, he comes like, I don't even know how often he comes. Logan kind of deals with all that. I want to say like once a month in the summer, and then once every 3 months in the winter. And he'll even like spray weeds in our yard if there's like a couple random weeds, which we don't really get a lot of. Well, maybe we don't get a lot of them because he's taking care of them, but he is the sweetest. He's absolutely worth it. Don't worry about the scorpions. Yes, they're scary, and sometimes you can experience them when first moving into a place. But past that, knock on wood, I have not seen a scorpion in 4 years here. Maybe outside. I think Logan's found ones outside. Like, him and the kids will go out with lights sometimes, but it's very rare. Ariana, hi, how are you? Yeah, we're just hanging out today. There isn't too much to, chat about. I don't know. I don't have anything unless you have questions. Allie asked, being from New York, I wasn't from New York City. I'm not that cool. I was born and raised just north of the city. Like, maybe it's a 45-minute train ride to the city from where I grew up. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not far. But at the same time, they still call it upstate New York because it's not the city. Anyways, what made you move from New York to Arizona? A boy, naturally. Isn't that what any teenage girl comes out here or anywhere from? I feel like 90 Day Fiance myself sometimes, because when I watch the show, I feel like I can relate to them, because I don't have any family out here. I have no one. And it's weird to think that I was 19 and I felt like I was going on this grand adventure, moving across the country, trying something new, getting out of my comfort zone, and I was super excited about it. I was a little, like, I always knew, I remember even as like an 8 or 10-year-old that I wanted to get out. I love New York, don't get me wrong, but there was just something in me that I wanted to explore. I wanted to travel. I wanted to absorb other cultures. And while I haven't really necessarily been able to do that, unfortunately, because of what happened after we moved out here, it just, I don't know, I'm kind of proud of myself that I've made that leap to be here. I've established myself. I've gone through some really crazy times. Our divorce, I did alone. Well, let's start with all of the birth of my children. I did alone. My thyroid stuff. To be fair, Logan was around for the thyroid stuff, so I don't want to say I was alone. But when I meant like family, like mom, dad, sisters, aunt, like that type of thing. So Logan and his mom have been my family for the last 5 years, and his dad too. Like, I literally texted him a meme the other day, and it's just nice to have that, I don't know, that connection. I've always wanted a family, so it's weird that I did disconnect myself from mine for no reason. It's not like I'm mad at them or we're like arguing or we don't get along. I mean, we don't. My mom and I can definitely butt heads if we live together, but like, she's the best human on the freaking planet, if that makes sense. We just can't live together because she drives me crazy, and maybe I drive her crazy. I'm most certain I drive her crazy. I'm from California. You can barely handle the summer out here. How did you cope with the summer heat in Arizona? So my first year moving out here, so I moved out November 2017. No, 2007. Ugh. November 2007, because I graduated 2006. Yes, so that makes sense. And then I found out I was pregnant with Anthony at the end of December. So my first summer in Arizona, I was huge. Keep in mind, I was here alone throughout the whole pregnancy. I didn't have anybody telling me, like, maybe you shouldn't eat all those pizza bites, Michelle. Maybe you should eat some fruit. Maybe you should go out for a walk. I was massive, and I was just going through all of those natural, I'm here alone, this is exciting, let's find a job, let's do this, let's get a place to stay. Like, it was a very stressful time, and to put it on top of it, I was in a new place, and I was pregnant, and I was young, and I didn't know what I was doing. So I was a mess for my first summer, because Anthony was born on August 1st, and it was hot, and it was miserable, and I hated it. Nowadays, you're inside a lot. Everywhere out here has air conditioning. Your cars, pretty much every house has a garage, so you can park in there so your car isn't like singed by the sun when you go to get in it. I don't know how to, like, yeah, you can't like sit outside all the time in the summer, but I'm telling you, it makes it worthwhile that the last 6 months, so from like November to, I would say last week is the first week where I was like, ugh, I don't want to go outside. Like, I started having that feeling. So that's a long period of comfortability. You can wear like a cute little sweater every once in a while, but most of the time you're wearing like t-shirts and comfortable clothes. You just adapt. It's a dry heat, so it just feels like an oven blowing on you. So it's not comfortable, but it's not like Florida heat. I've been in Florida in the summer. That is miserable. My hair was like out to here with frizz, and yeah, it was bad. Let's see. That's really cool that you get along with your future in-laws. Thank you. And I'm very extremely grateful for them. His mom calls me like every other day to like update me on what's going on with them. They have like chickens, so I like to hear her little stories about like her chickens, and they they just have like a cool area. They always have some sort of activity going on in their backyard, like a new plant that sprouted up, and they're just really cool people, and not detracting. I feel like you have to like rationalize or explain yourself on the internet, but it doesn't take away from my parents. I still talk to my parents, and they're freaking awesome. My mom's hanging out at home, doing her work from home, and my one sister is an essential worker at 2 different places. I can't believe, like, I've been checking on her, making sure she's good, and my other sister is a teacher, so she's at home and bummed. She's been getting on my case about the kids with their homeschooling because I'm not a teacher. I'm not good at this. I'm like, you do your work. And this is kind of the approach I've tried to take, because the first day that we tried the homeschooling, it literally took 4 hours to get them to do anything. And I'm like, I'm done. I can't. Like, my mental health and my body cannot handle 4 hours of like, sit the fuck down. So I was like, you either do the work or you have it incomplete, because right now they're not grading the kids, but you have to like log into the system. They can see if you've logged in, if you've done the work, and you get like basically a pass or fail. At least for their school, that's what they're doing. So I got an email saying like both of the kids hadn't really done their assignments, and I was like, that's fine. You don't do your assignments, you fail. You do the grade over again. Dumb. Sit down for 20 minutes, do the stupid work. If you need help, I'm here for you. I will answer your questions, but I'm not going to baby you. But keep in mind, my kids are 9 and 11. They're in 6th grade and 3rd grade. They're plenty old enough to be in control of themselves, and I'm trying to teach them that they need to be responsible for their shit. Sorry, for lack of a better word. I couldn't think of like what else to say. Like, I'm trying to put it on them a little bit of like, I'm still here for you, and I'm still going to remind you and be like, hey, like, just, you know, did you do your English today? Oh yeah, I'll do it after I have lunch. Okay. You don't do it, you're going to fail. Thank you, Ariana. That is so nice to hear. I'm not always fun and bubbly. I definitely have my my sad moments, my anxious moments. I actually haven't been crying a lot. I'm trying to think about it. I've been like weirdly empty and sad, but that was like surrounding like my monthly cycle. My monthly cycle has been throwing me for a loop lately. But then like afterwards, I'm like, oh, back to me again. It's very annoying. No, that's so nice. Allie says that I love my in-laws so much. It's so great to get along with in-laws. Yes, because I don't know how. Hey, Katie, how are you? Yeah, having that relationship with your in-laws is really nice. I feel like it's almost a luxury because not everybody has that. I definitely haven't always had that. Even in previous relationships, there was definitely hairy times where we were totally okay, or we were faking okay, and then other times where we just like couldn't get along. So I'm very grateful that his parents are pretty cool. They do live like 2 hours away, so we have like that distance, but at the same time, if we needed something, they're like right there. And same thing for us, like if they needed something, we're there for them. Yeah, it drives me nuts. Sai said, I hate being behind my daughter asking to do her work, but she's only 5, so she has to learn how to read. That is tough. And that's where I definitely mentioned, like, I'm grateful that my kids are like 9 and 11. They're older. They're old enough to like know. Whereas like a 5-year-old, like, you definitely still have to be very hands-on and active with them. So I feel for you. That is a lot. It's a lot. Homeschooling. I don't know how people wanted to do this. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, taking the wrong approach. Can you hear my stomach growl? I'm hungry. Well, because you're supposed to drink your tea and then have your first meal. So I need to get it together and finish my tea. I used to get along really good with my mother-in-law, but since she's got menopause, yeah, that's tough. It's almost like where you need to like realize that it's not you. She's going through a process, and you have to take that emotion out of it, because it's really difficult. Some people can go through tough times and almost compartmentalize it. And some people are totally consumed by the miserable feelings and the pain that they're feeling and uncomfortability in their body. So definitely give her some grace. It would be my advice. It's not easy because if she starts snipping or saying things, you just have to realize, like, you know she loves you. End of the day, that's all that freaking matters. And you love her. And that goes for anybody in your life, really. My mother-in-law wants to write a book. They can even get along with my parents. We do holiday. That is so cool. So all of the family comes together. Oh, I wish I had that. I have come to the realization I will never have that because my family is so far away. But hi, Nikki. Yeah. So when we got married, my dad and my mother-in-law went to have a drink together instead of people saying they are friends. Someone thought they were having a... Oh, jeez. People are so... I feel like people come up with drama because they're bored. They have nothing else to do. It's like, oh, did you see that? Oh, did you see it? That's what reality TV is. Even like the freaking 90 Day Fiance. Like some of the stuff I'm like, that is production. That is not actually happening in their relationship. So people feed on that stuff. So I try to not to, but sometimes it's hard. We're all human. Giving her space, her work is stressful. Yeah, you just have to realize, like, it has nothing to do with you. Because I think a lot of us will take on how other people are feeling and take it personally, but we have to really try and remember, like, that's about them and what they're going through. Yeah, freaking apparently in-laws aren't allowed to be friends. That's like the coolest thing ever. I think that I don't know. Okay, like if my parents lived out here, would they be friends with Logan's parents? I don't think so. I think they would be cool. I think both are so sweet, but they're different people. They're from different, I don't want to say backgrounds because that's not necessarily it. They're just different. I don't even want to say beliefs either. What's the word I'm looking for? They're just different. And they're both incredible. And I'm not just saying that because I'm not, like, they genuinely are. I could keep it real and be like, ooh, no, they're really, really vibes. Yeah, totally different vibes. I like that. Okay. Like my mom is like my parent. I shouldn't just say my mom, my dad, and my stepdad. Very like small town vibes. And his parents, well, also kind of small town vibes, but they're like a little bit fancier. I don't know if that's the right word. I could totally be coming across wrong, and I apologize if she's watching this. My mom or in-law mom. In-law mom, that's funny. Jessica Brown said that we have to remember that our in-laws feel a sense of loss when their kids get married, so we always should be kind. Yes. So kind of like how I mentioned, I felt weird initially at first when Logan's like, hey, I'm gonna go see my mom for Mother's Day, because I was like, oh, I wish you were here to like help me with the kids and give me like a little bit of a break, or like we could all do stuff together. But at the same time, I had to like realize it's not all about me. He hasn't seen her in 2 Mother's Days in a row. They're stuck at home. They haven't been able to do anything. I had to like take myself out of the equation, and like now I'm like super happy that he gets to go, because then I have to like, and this is maybe where my counseling has come in and really helped. Take yourself out of the equation and imagine that I'm his mom, and my son Anthony, I just so happen to have a son, so that works out, didn't come to see me for Mother's Day, but like lived 2 hours away and was fully capable of coming. Do you get, like, I would probably be hurt. So, or not hurt, but just like, that sucks. So I think it's really cool that he's gonna go and see his mom, because it's not like I'm his mom, so I'm gonna get to hang out with my kiddos. Hi, Rylan. Hey. We'll probably be finishing up here in a little bit. Today was just kind of like a nothing day. We're just hanging out and chatting, talking about all the things. I love Jessica Braun, by the way. I watch her channel religiously. I love her. I wish we were friends in real life. That would be so cool. I feel like she's very down to earth, very real, shares the good, the bad with life or in like the beauty realm. She's super chill. And I have loved knowing Katie too. Katie commented earlier. She's also like a content creator. I'm addicted to watching her stuff too, especially her stories. You always have like the coolest eye looks that I like feel insignificant. I'm like, man, I don't know if I could do that. She always has the most vibrant, pretty, colorful looks. Yes, I've even told my husband not to be bratty with his mom. Logan is such a mama's boy. Can I say that? He's such a mama's boy. It's just what it is. And I would say it to his face if he was here right now. I'd be like, dude, you're a mama's boy. And I have no problem with that. Like, at first I was kind of like weird because I don't have brothers. I didn't grow up with, like, I had my dad, but my parents divorced when I was 11. And then my stepdad kind of came in later on, but I was older. I was like 12 or 13. So I kind of was like, I'm cool with him, but he's not like my father figure. I definitely call him my dad. I don't know if that makes sense. Just different levels. Like, I never had like a guy in my life to give me like that guidance because my dad kind of like went off and did his own thing type of thing, which we're cool now. Like, it's totally fine. I hope I'm explaining myself. What I'm trying to get at is I never knew anybody to be like a mama's boy. So to see Logan in the relationship with his parents, I was like, you guys are so close. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I mean, I'm like okay with my family, but I don't feel like close like that. I guess I'm just weird. But it's cool. Like, I think it's wonderful. I would want my kids to feel some sort of closeness with me. So hopefully those vibes keep going. I feel like Anthony is always going to be my cool dude. Like, he'll call me randomly throughout. I could just feel that vibe. Like, he'll call me randomly throughout his week to kind of like update on stuff like Logan does with his mom. Because sometimes Logan will come home and he'll be on the phone with his parents. And I'm like, that's so cool. Whereas Sophia, she's such an independent girl. I think she's more like me. Where we're like cool with people, but we're also okay just being like on our own. I should give that a try, Katie. I have all of these fun palettes. I have I have all my green palettes pulled out because I want to do like a fun green look. I just haven't been gutsy enough since I played with them a couple weeks ago. I should just do it. I mean, it's quarantine. It's fun. It's super fun. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? It's nice to see you again. So let's go ahead and finish up here today because I don't know what else to talk about unless you have questions or anything that you want to chat about. Just a reminder, I have a super fun video I'm going to hop off and hopefully finish. It is more of like a DIY type of video. I want to get it up tomorrow. That is my goal. But if I don't, it's 100% going up Friday. But I really, really, really want it to get up tomorrow so you can see it because it's like so fun. And then I'm going to have my new Amazon favorites episode 2 going up on Monday. And what else? I am doing good. Thank you, Vanessa. I'm talking with my hands. Put my hands. What else is going on? I have a bunch of new skincare I've been playing with. So I want to do a video kind of like I did a couple weeks ago, like a facial, but I want to do it. But I wanted to play with the stuff first. That's why it's taking so long. Is because I feel like skincare, it's not always like makeup. Like you put it on and you know if it like worked or not. Skincare is like, am I having an irritation? Okay, no. But now is it going to do what I want it to do? And that's where like it takes some time. Rylan asked, do I have the James Charles palette? No. Nope. I don't have any influencer other than, no, that's a lie. I have the Tati palette and I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe and I have the Emily Noel collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I think those are like the only ones. And then I had a Carly Bible one, but I'm getting rid of that one. I didn't like it. It was like a BH Cosmetics one. So I said, do I use reusable cotton rounds? Okay, so I have, are you talking about like the like circle ones, right? Not like cotton balls, because I call those cotton rounds too. Confusing. Cotton rounds, I have, oh, are they in here that I could show you? I showed them in my video. So if you watched the facial video that I did, you can see my reusable cotton rounds, and that's what I use when I do masks or when I work on clients or more like extensive skincare things. I use my reusable ones. But for day to day, I don't use a toner all the time because the cleanser I use is already pH balanced, so I don't need a toner. But I do have some out of my counter, but I also have like a cute little container, so it's more so for looks. But I don't buy them very often. It's like maybe twice a year. That's how little I use them. Because I've been trying to find more sustainable, more reusable products. So if there's something that I'm going to be using, I know I'm going to be using a lot of it, I'll pull out my reusable cotton rounds that I got off of Amazon. If you DM me, I will send you the link to it so you can check them out. They were like 10 bucks or something, maybe even less than that. I want to say it was like 8 bucks. Sorry. I have to finish this so I can go eat something. Trish, did you end up getting a lot of add-ons? It's embarrassing how many, I got carried away with FabFitFun. And maybe it's just because it came at a time where I'm feeling most vulnerable, where I'm like, I want new things. I want to feel excited. I want to have like stuff come in the mail. Like I love boxes coming. It's so stupid. Why is my happiness based off of fun new things? But right now I'm kind of like realizing that I'm having like a little bit of a shopping problem. I added a lot. Not only just the add-ons, but to my box. Like, you know when you like customize and you like pick your thing, but then you can like add something else to it? Yeah. I added a lot. Actually, I wonder if I could pull it up and I could go through it real quick with you. Because it closed out yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. You know the crazy thing? So I ordered some things as duplicates that I requested in my PR box that I should also, I know I'm going to receive in my FabFitFun box because I didn't want to miss out on it. For instance, the Draper James, the FabFitFun collaboration with Reese Witherspoon's line, the bag, I really wanted that. And while I had requested for it in my PR box, last time I requested stuff in the PR box, it didn't come. Which fine, that's okay, but I can't trust that what I request is going to come, and I really wanted it, so I added it to my annual box. So now I might have 2 of them. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Yeah, I went like a little crazy on like the add-ons and like the additional stuff, which it's going to be fine because it's all stuff we're going to use. And actually, oh my gosh, I wish I could like screencast to you and show you my box. There we go. How do you view this? Sorry, bear with me. I hate when it's like silent on lives. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me... Yes, those cotton rounds are really great to use with micellar water or like toners. Oh, that's so fun about buying for the birthday presents for the family. I'm trying to think. I think the only thing we have coming up is Logan's birthday next month. His is in June. And I've already been thinking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What am I going to get him? Like, maybe things will open up, but I don't know if I'm actually going to want to go out. Luckily, he's not like huge on his birthday. I'll probably just like make him a little bit of something. Or maybe make him like a wooden sign because I've been like super crafty lately. Maybe something to decorate his little man cave area. Trish said I went nuts too. I got a lot of aloe products and sunblock. Yes! That's, hey, I cannot knock you for that. Okay, so what I added to my box. I have no idea if you're going to be able to see this. So I'll just kind of like show you. I got the reusable bags. Did you see those on there? It is the FabFitFun. I saw this in, whose video was it? Maybe Laura Lee's Amazon favorites video. And she had these like, it's like Ziploc bags, but they're made of like tougher plastic. So you put them in the dishwasher, they're reusable. And it was a set of 3 for $9. And I was like, they're super cute prints. There's like little cacti on them. And I was like, again, I've been trying to find things that are a little bit more sustainable. I did get the Rock Your Hair, Spray It Clean Instant Dry shampoo from that brand. I have tried it before and I remember liking it. I remember going to Sally's because online said that they had it and they didn't. So I haven't used it in years. But I also got the Short Story Circular Wall Shelf just because I thought that would look cute in here somewhere, or maybe like I'll swap out some things over here and put it up there. I also got the yoga mat towel. I have a couple of these already and I don't know, am I in the right way? I really like them. And then I got the Chic and Tonic Sunrise Cactus Margarita glasses. I also had the pitcher in my cart, but I got an email saying that they had some of the pitchers arrived to their warehouse and it wasn't meeting their standards, so they took it out of my cart. I was like, oh, and then there was a second page. I also added the Dr. Brandt's Skincare Oxygen Facial Recovery Mask because I haven't tried it. Number one, I love skincare and I love masks. And another reason is oxygen is really great for bringing life back to the skin, but also if you are prone to acne, which I'm prone to getting some random breakouts, the P. acne bacteria is anhydrous, so it doesn't want, or I'm sorry, anaerobic. It can't thrive in an oxygen-rich environment. So if you can like force oxygen into the skin, my idea, if this works well enough, is it's gonna help surface and like get rid of the bacteria. I don't know. We'll give it a go. But that's the whole idea behind high frequency, is that it creates an ozone effect, which pushes oxygen into the skin, which kills the bacteria. So hopefully this has that same effect. And the last item I did as an add-on was the Wander Beauty Trip for Two Blush and Bronzer Duo. I almost didn't get this because it was sold out, but with the add-ons, it's like a little trick. I just keep refreshing because somebody's going to take it out of their cart, and I feel bad like if somebody took it out or accidentally clicked it, because that's what I start thinking of, is like the other person that like decided not to get it and then I got it. And I was so freaking, I sat there for like a half an hour refreshing until somebody decided they didn't want the Wonder Beauty because I really did. I really wanted that, so I'm glad I have that. And then, let's see, let me catch up on some comments here. I added a bunch of stuff as soon as it opens, then after thinking about the stuff, I got rid of a bunch. I added a bunch automatically, but then I didn't take anything out. So you're better of a human than I am. I'm excited to get this month's makeup box from Ipsy. Can't wait to hear what you think. I don't even think I've looked at mine. I should see if mine have shipped yet. No, it's only the 6th. It's a little bit early for it to ship. But I will be getting my Plus box and my glam bag this month. Hopefully if they show up. It sucks that I have to convert to Canadian dollars, so it ends up being more expensive. Yeah, that does suck. And you guys have like, your shipping cost is a lot more, I feel like. Okay, so then for customizations, I chose 6 extra items. I chose this as my option, which was the tie-dye towel. Can you even see this? I'm so sorry. The Draper James I added on, as I mentioned, because I didn't want to miss out on it. So I might have 2 of those. I'll either like post it on Mercari and just sell it or something. I don't know. I really wanted to get the Pottery Barn. This is something I went back and forth because I'm like, do I need it? Do I just want it? But I feel like it would fit in various rooms in our house. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. It's like 15 bucks. And it would be more than that if I went to the store to get something like this. So I added that. Of course, I had to add the eye cream because I'm just curious to try this one out from Dr. Brandt. My customization option that I chose was the face oil because it sounds amazing. And then I added on for two, the customization option number 2, I added on the little cooler bag. As I mentioned like in the previous live, I just felt like we're just gonna get a ton of use out of that. I of course added the Kula as my customization option number 3 because this is one of my favorite sunscreens because it is a mineral sunscreen. I'm not big on chemical SPF, which is why I hate that the number 7 foundation that I've been trying out, and I have it on today. It's so easy to wear. I hate that this has SPF in it because it's chemical SPF, not mineral SPF. So I want to like look into the brand a little bit more because this is one of the first products I've tried for them. It was like a whim purchase. Purchased it on a whim, and I want to see if they have a version of this without the sunscreen, or at least a mineral sunscreen. And then for customization, I didn't add anything else for customization number 3. I just picked my Kula. And then for 4, I got the face roll. You know I had to get that face roller. I want it so bad. I wanted to get 2 of them if they let me, but you only can get 1. I got another silk pillowcase because I'm supposed to get 1 in my PR box. So I'm excited to have a second one. That way we can have 1 on either side of the bed. Just kind of like making it even. And then I also added, then for 5, I got the hyaluronic acid. Just because I like other products I've tried from Grace and Stella. And then as a backup, in case this doesn't come in my PR box, I got another of the Isaac Mizrahi little vase for customization number 5. So I paid for that. So I'm going to have 2 of those probably because my PR box is supposed to get here today and customizations ended yesterday. And I wish they kind of had thought a little bit more about that. It's fine. It is what it is. I will probably have doubles of things. I will get over it or find something to do with it. Let's see, what's wrong with chemical sunscreen? Always wondered, but haven't looked into it. So chemical sunscreen, there's a couple different things. In order for a chemical sunscreen to work, it has to have a chemical reaction on the skin, in the skin, for it to actually block anything from the sun. So that's why a lot of the instructions will say, apply and wait 15 minutes before going out in the sun, because it has to sink into the skin and have a reaction to be able to protect you. So that's number 1. Number 2, on that same notion, if you have makeup on and then you put your sunscreen on, or you have skin products on and then you put something like this on, like a BB cream or foundation that has SPF, and you're using this as your SPF solely, it has to go through all of your skincare to get to your skin to have a chemical reaction. The likelihood of that happening is very minimal and also spotty. So you're not getting as much coverage with this because it hasn't been able to get to the skin to have the chemical reaction, if that makes sense. So I like using ones that are mineral because a mineral is like a veil. The moment you put it on, it is protecting. It's like putting on a hat or a physical shield. That's why it's called a physical SPF, because it's physically creating a barrier on the skin to block the UV rays, UVA, UVB, UVC. So that is why another reason for chemical SPFs, I've tried to like be mindful about cutting them out, and I don't usually purchase them, with the exception of this I wanted to try. Is it's not reef safe. So I know there's places out in Hawaii or even in like more tropical areas where chemical SPFs are banned. You can't purchase them, you can't bring them there. The chemicals in the chemical SPF kill the like plants and stuff like that in the sea life. So that is how, like, you're putting that on your body. So I just kind of taking those little tidbits, I try my best to find a mineral sunscreen. I really like the one from Jan Marini. I like the one from Kula. I know PCA has a really great one. Yeah, so I should probably do a video on SPF. I don't know that I know, I'm not like, I feel like I know stuff, but I don't feel like I'm an expert. Maybe I could do a little more research. But that is stuff we learned in school. That is stuff I've learned in trainings. Like when I went to like Jan Marini or like Obagi trainings. Actually, I have the Obagi one over here too. That's a mineral sunscreen. But yeah, I try my best to only use things with titanium dioxide or zinc. Let's see. In Mexico, they are completely banned, but people don't respect the law and they try to bring them at their airport. Yeah. Yes, I should wear an SPF every day, but I could totally like maybe just share the tidbits that I do know and leave the floor open to maybe a dermatologist out there, because it's definitely more of a realm of a dermatologist is the chemical aspect. We get to be more topical, if that makes sense, as an esthetician. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that, Sai. Am I saying your name right? Is it Sai? I hope so. I feel weird if I'm saying it wrong. Oh, I noticed you asked a question. Can you get psoriasis all over your body? Because I've always been told I don't have it on my face. Okay, so my understanding, again, that's like more of a dermatologist thing, is because it is a condition of the skin, and it's a little bit hairy when it comes to what I'm able to share and what I'm not. But personal experience, I can give you that, because I have psoriasis and I get it personally on my elbows. You can see it right here, like even my sunless tanner, no matter how much I exfoliate, how much I put my medication on. And because I've been kind of stressed out lately, I don't know if you can see my knee, but I have a little spot right up in here. This I've had since I was a child, but it goes away, and there's definitely times that it looks normal. Sometimes I get it at the base of my neck. Sometimes I've gotten it like near my lips, or even on the sides of my hand when it's gotten really bad. I'm having really bad flare up. As far as having spots on your face, I'd be curious to hear where on your face you're having it, because I think that would actually give maybe a little bit of a clue to whether you're having more of an eczema, allergy reaction, or if it is overproduction of the skin cells and psoriasis. Two different things. They look kind of similar sometimes, but there's definitely some tell-alls to tell the difference. You would definitely want to consult your general practitioner or dermatologist rather than an esthetician to heal those types of things, as they are a condition of the body and the skin. But those are just my personal little tidbits. The cream that I put on is a prescriptive, and from my dermatologist, and it's like a stronger hydrocortisone mixed. It's a prescriptive. I don't really know all of it. I just know it like turns the cells over. Started when I was 15. I've had redness on my chin, and my dermatologist said it was rosacea. Interesting. It could very well be rosacea. Rosacea is something I work with dermatologists back and forth with. That's something we can help as an esthetician, but not. It's definitely, there's no cure. Staying away from spicy food, staying away from things that'll flare you up, whether if you know what you're allergic to. Another one is heat. You need to keep the body cool. So like that roller that I was talking about in the FabFun, I am a big believer in cryotherapy, keeping inflammation in the body and in the skin down, which is another reason why I went back to my Teamy Tea, because I've noticed when I've done like my little 30-day detoxes in the past, inflammation in my body goes down. I personally, I don't know if you can tell, I know I'm having like a thyroid or like an inflammation flare up when my tongue has the imprints of my teeth on it. There's different things that when you're mindful with your body, you can know you have little things going on, and it's not always like a big serious issue, but they're like little tell-alls. What I'm trying to get at is like rosacea is always going to be there, but there's definitely things you could do to kind of like keep that inflammation in the body down. Eating a cleaner diet, lots of blueberries, lots of water, cryotherapy, which is cold therapy on the area, and lots of aloe, hyaluronic acid, and hydrating properties that aren't heavy, because then you're going to end up getting rosacea breakouts. So sometimes you'll get like little tiny little pimples in the area, and it's not that you have acneic skin, because then I've had clients that do that and then put tons of salicylic and tons of benzoyl peroxide, and I'm like, no. You're having that issue because you're not cooling, calming, and hydrating the skin. So it's like, that's why it's so important to meet with an esthetician if you're able to, because they can look at and treat the skin as a whole. I hope that wasn't too long. I'm sorry, I'm long-winded. I feel like I went off on like 12 different tangents. Basically, keep the inflammation in your body down. Which is tough because pizza is really delicious. And we had tacos yesterday because naturally it was Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday all mashed into one. So I ordered some tacos from Cafe Rio. I like the sweet pork. Oh, it's so good. So good. I'm a vegetarian since birth, but after my kids, I gained weight and get really swollen. I exercised and that helps, and I stopped eating so many things. Awesome for you for being a vegetarian. That's the way you've known for your whole life, though. For me, I'd be like, it would be tough, I think. But I've definitely made more conscious decisions that I try to stay away from meat products, as I've realized that does give me some digestive issues. But at the same time, burgers are so good. As for the gaining weight after kids, have you gotten other systems in your body checked? Like, could it be a thyroid issue? It could be something that you're trying to ail naturally, but there might be a little bit of an imbalance in the body. So you can maybe bring both of those worlds together. I would say just have like a full checkup. Yeah, because it's tough keeping the inflammation down in your body. I know a lot of sugar can add to it, but it doesn't sound like you eat that type of stuff. Or I don't know, you might. I know I do. I have a sugar problem. I have a chocolate problem. And especially being with quarantine, I'd be like, my little M&M jar, I'd go over, grab a little handful, go about doing something. Hour later, little handful. And I realized I was like doing that a lot, even though it doesn't feel like I'm having a lot, because I'll be like, I'm not sitting there like gouging out the whole bag and chugging it down. But those little bits throughout the day, and I started noticing I was having more achy joints and uncomfortability. My hands were starting to get more swollen, and I just knew I need to like scale back on the pizza and chocolate. We've been doing a lot of Sprouts orders with the Instacart and getting like our vegetables in. I have a juicer. I talked about that last week. I've tried the whole juicing thing. That's fun. It's yummy. But all right, slow down a bit. I think it's just me and you here, Sai. But thank you so much for being here again this week. Sorry it wasn't too structured. It was definitely more of like hang out, chill vibes this week. I think I'm gonna be home for a couple more weeks. It's unknown. I had a conference call with my boss yesterday, or COO, and oh hey Katie's good. Okay, I can't tell the watch list, so no stress. I had a little Zoom call with the COO and all of the people in our company yesterday, and he was saying he isn't certain when we're going to open back up for when I can go back to work and be in the clinic. And yeah, so I'm home for the time being, which is really nice. I was kind of weirdly relieved when he said that they weren't. So some places in Arizona are opening up this Friday. That's crazy to me. Which, good for them. Like, I know things need to get back to normal eventually, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying being home, doing my own thing, being able to do my blogging stuff more. I've been, like, the video I'm gonna put out tomorrow, like, I've spent a really long time on it because I wanted it to, like, be fun and, like, informative, but I never, if I was working, I never would have been able to put this much time into it and like heart and passion, and I love being able to do that. Like, I know a lot of YouTubers come on here trying to like make it, you know, about them, and maybe I'm taking a little bit of a different approach, or maybe I feel like this is coming across weird. I'm just enjoying this. I am passionate about what I've been doing. Yeah, but it'll be nice to like be able to do facials. Maybe I'll be more mindful of my schedule and maybe cut back a little bit so I could do like best of both worlds. That'd be really cool. But anyways, long story short, we're not sure when we're opening up, and yeah, it's just like a weird time. But the kids will be here soon. I'm curious to hear how they're doing with their schoolwork. Usually on Wednesdays we have to get caught up. So that's where I'm like, you either do it or you don't. Do it. I've had to take their phones away a lot. That's another one that we've had to deal with. Their dad bought them brand new iPhone 11 or whatever the newest iPhone is. I don't even know because my iPhone is like 2 years old. Yeah. So they have like this cool funky phone that does things that I don't understand, and they're always on it. So I have to take them away every once in a while and be like, hey, this is for like messaging and calling people, not your means of entertainment all day, every day. You need to be recognizing that like you can find a source of entertainment in other things. Can their dad get me? I know. Can their dad get me one too? I was like, what the heck? You guys are kids. But he can do whatever he wants. I mean, that's on him. I mean, it is nice that they have phones because if there's something randomly throughout the week that I need to like text them or call them about, I know I can get directly to them really quick. And you know that they have it on their persons at all times. So I can get a hold of them better than I can get a hold of Logan most of the time. And, but it is like a bit much when Sophia spends like 3 hours watching TikToks. And I'm like, dude, go outside, write in your journal, paint something, play with the clay, play with play. Like we have so many things here for them to do. And they don't mind doing them if the distraction is taken away. So once they get past that 5 minutes of like, oh, you took my phone, you're the worst. They like go and play and they're fine. It makes no sense. Yes, kids are way better at responding to adults than adults. I could probably text them right now and be like, what are you doing? And they'll be like, nothing. How was your day? Good. And then they'll send me like a bunch of emojis or like another TikTok. Sophia's been sending me lots of TikToks on, what was the one she sent? A makeup one she sent, which I was really surprised. I didn't know she was watching like makeup tutorials on there or that was even on there. Another one was lots of baking. Lots of how to make like DIY mini cookie mix. But it's like enough for like 2 people. So she tried that the other day. She made hot cocoa cookies. They actually were pretty good. What was another one? Peanut butter balls. Like she's sending lots of different recipes. I guess she's watching those types of things on there. I do check in with them. I don't want you thinking I'm like, go do you. But I've also feel like I've emplaced proper morals that if they see something that makes them uncomfortable or they know when things are like, that's not what I'm supposed to be watching, that they need to like move on. Because I've even had a video on and Sophia's like that, like where I'm playing something and she starts like swearing or whatever. And she's like, Mom, that's inappropriate. And I was like, I guess you're right. I mean, I swear a lot, but I know that I'm like to trust that I have taught my kids to be responsible, to be good people, to be moral to themselves, to be respectful of other people and respectful of themselves. So I just have to trust that. Trust that they're good people and they make the right decisions because I'm not always going to be there. And I feel like that's maybe a lesson I've learned. Maybe the 2 separate households has really helped me form that feeling in me, is that like just trusting my kids. To an extent, they're still children, but I definitely am a mom that can be like mama bear and naturally, and I've been almost forced to be like okay with knowing that they can make the right decisions for themselves. Yeah, they're pretty cool little humans. They're not bad. Gosh, I feel like I get so personal in these lives compared to like my YouTube videos. It's like a weird feeling. Because I genuinely feel like I'm sitting here with friends and just hanging out and like I don't mind sharing this stuff. I know, I hope it's not too revealing. Well, I need to go eat some. I need to finish this drink and go eat something. What do I want? maybe probably like some eggs and like zucchini or something like that. And then I'm gonna work on that video because I'm pumped. Thank you. I try. And it's advice that has been passed down to me from Logan, from his parents, from my parents, from my therapist. It's definitely, I have resources all around me because I'm by far not perfect, not always okay, not always happy, and definitely not always reasonable. I laugh uncomfortably because I know I can be irrational sometimes with my requests or how I feel, and I have to realize, like, take myself out of the equation. Good! That makes me so happy you went back to your therapist. It's not anything to be, I don't want to say shamed or like taboo about. I feel like it's just a tool in your toolbox for being the best version and the healthiest version of you. And why wouldn't you want to be that? Not only just for yourself, but for your family, for your kids if you have kids, for your coworkers. It makes everything in your bubble around you better when you are realizing that you are in control of you are in control of your emotions, and that's the only thing you can control. Everything else is a reaction, and it is up to you to control the reaction that you have when you are in a certain situation or feel a certain way, because I'll sometimes get natural feelings of anxiety just throughout the day. Like, I'll see something and it'll just like spark me, and I have to be like, why? Okay, I'm feeling this way, recognizing it, and then I have to be like, okay, is that actually a threat? Is that actually happening? Usually no. What can I do about it right now? Nothing. So let's not worry about it. You have to like take a moment to be like, drop it, let it fall. It's going to be okay. We can always revisit that thought later. Like even when I was driving the other day, I was feeling totally fine, but then I passed a hospital, and then I started thinking, like, what if I got sick? What if they have to intubate me? What if they have to put me under? And then I'm gonna feel the thing going down my throat again, because I've had all these, especially with the thyroid thing. And I just started going down this spiral and started like, while I'm driving, and I'm like, what the fuck? No. Okay, so I'm feeling this way. Okay. Am I actually sick right now? No. Am I being careful about not getting sick? The best I can. What can I do about it? Drop it. Let it fall. You're fine. And let's move on. Okay? Feel what you're feeling and move on. And like 2 seconds later, or not 2 seconds, but like a couple minutes later, I was like, wow, I actually just calmed myself down. Like, I mentioned that because it's a big feat for me, because sometimes I feed into those thoughts and they just keep circling, and it gets worse and worse and more graphic, and I start like getting more worked up, and then it turns into a full like panic attack rather than just like a little anxiety moment, because my brain will like feed it and feed the monster. But that's where my therapy and medication has helped. To be honest, I'm still taking my stuff. My friends are always telling me that I'm awesome, and I'm like, no, I struggle a lot, and I'm always trying to be better. Just because you struggle a lot, and that is a thought process that I personally deal with, is that I'm maybe never enough. Did I do that okay? Am I making somebody feel, did that come across the way that I wanted it to? I never feel enough. So even in productive moments where I complete a task, at the end I'll reflect and be like, did I really do it? Did I do it the best I could? And I'm like, no, you have to separate those trains of thoughts and be like, your friends are telling you you're awesome. You are allowed to have struggles and still be awesome. Horrible thoughts are not fun, and we can work through those if we give ourselves the grace to be able to. I feel like recognizing it and combating it is like the best. Again, I'm not a therapist, so I definitely take my thoughts with a grain of salt. So I'm glad that you're meeting with a professional. But these are like tools that I've picked up for mine and this is something we worked on this past week. I kind of shared a few things with her, and she told me, she's like, Michelle, the common denominator with this week, with what I was telling her is you don't trust yourself. And I was like, oh, I trust all these other people. I trust my kids to be making the right decision. I trust Logan to be making right decisions and being respectful and all that. How come I don't trust me? And that, like, I don't know, for some reason that just like hit me hard this week when she was like, you need to trust, like, you are doing all of these things for yourself to feel good, to feel productive, to feel happy, but what are you like, but are you doing them for you? Are you doing it for other people? Are you doing, like, where is this all coming from? And I was like, I think I just don't trust myself. So this whole week, anytime I was doing something and I was like, oh, I didn't do that right, or this, or I was being really hard on myself, or was really getting upset that I hadn't knocked off a couple things on my to-do list, or whatever it was, I just had to keep like, or I was getting worried about completing a task if I was going to be good enough to do it. For some reason, driving lately has been like a weird trigger. Maybe just because we're not doing it a lot. But even before Corona, I kind of felt this way about driving. I just need to trust. I've been driving for years. I know what I'm doing. It's going to be okay. If something happens, it happens. We will deal with that when it comes to that. But I can't keep prepping myself for all of these horrible things when there is just as much of a likelihood that good things can come from it too. And that's another thing, is not only just trusting myself, that's been something forefront on my mind, but anytime I was having like a negative thought, like, oh, that's not gonna work out, or when I was painting something or doing a craft for the video, like the DIY, I was like, this isn't even turning out right, I don't even know why I'm trying, like, I'm wasting my fucking time. And I had to like stop, okay, those are the negative thoughts, what is the good that's coming out of this? I'm trying something new, I'm filming it, I'm having somewhat fun, like when it started working out the way I wanted it to. I had to find the good, because there's just as much good in all the shit. I hope that those are like the two things that I'm working on. I guess there's three things. The all or nothing aspect, because I feel like I don't even start a task because I don't feel like I'm going to be good enough, so it's all or nothing. Or I become obsessive and that's all I do, because I'm worried about it never being good enough. The other aspect is like not trusting myself, or the natural initial negative thoughts versus focusing on what also could be a positive outcome. So anytime I like have an anxious thought, I'm like, hold on, there could be something good too. So like, we need to be fair, because I find that I tend to be a very open-minded. I like to see the good in people. I need to be that way about myself and see like the negative and the positive. Like, where's the good in me? I've gone off on a really weird tangent with all of the mental health stuff here, so I think I should probably stop myself. I could keep talking about this all day. Let's see. All right, so I think I'm gonna close up shop today. I'm gonna finish my tea, maybe make a little sandwich. I'm here for you if you want to chat. If this is, I don't want anyone to ever feel alone, because sometimes I feel very isolated and alone, even though I know I'm not, but I just feel that way. But I don't know, so DM me. I'll try my best to answer as much as possible. I look forward to meeting with you next week. I don't know what we'll chat about next week. Yeah, no trouble. I don't mind staying on a little bit longer. I'm trying to think. Let's come up with a topic for next week so I can like research some stuff and do that and be ready and prepared. This week I just kind of like jumped right in. All right, I'm gonna go eat, hang out a little bit before the kids get here in a couple minutes, and work on that video. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye. I don't know how to end it on this tablet. I guess I'll... How do I do this?